In one of our previous videos, we completely transformed this Raspberry Pi 4 by installing Android on it, making it natively compatible with millions of apps. It was a fun project, but I am gearing up for something massive involving autonomous AI agents, and for that we need a clean slate. So we need to erase the Android setup and flash it with the stock Pi OS. Luckily, the Raspberry Pi Foundation recently released the new Pi Imager 2.0, and it completely changes how we set up these boards. It entirely eliminates the annoying first boot setup screen. Today, I'll show you how to pre-configure your OS, verify it with a monitor, and then go completely headless using the new Pi Connect remote access. To get started, let's quickly review the hardware we are using. We have our Raspberry Pi 4 Model B. This is the 4 GB RAM variant, which is the sweet spot for most applications. You will also need a high quality micro SD card of at least 16 gigabytes. I've got a 32 GB one here, a reliable USB Type-C power supply. And because we plan on pushing this board hard in our upcoming projects, I have an active cooling heatsink installed to prevent thermal throttling. You'll also need a micro HDMI to HDMI cable or adapter, along with a monitor, keyboard, and mouse to verify the difference between the old Imager 1.0 setup process and the new 2.0 process. Since I'm using a Mac which doesn't have a native microSD slot, I'm sliding my SD card into a Type-C USB hub and connecting it to my MacBook. If you are on a Windows laptop with a built-in reader, you can just plug it directly in. Next, head over to the official Raspberry Pi software page and download the Raspberry Pi Imager. Installing on a Mac is as simple as dragging the app into your applications folder. If you're on Windows, just run the standard installer. This is where Imager 2.0 really shines. Instead of hiding all the custom settings behind a tiny gear icon like the old versions, it now uses a clean, step-by-step wizard. After selecting our 64-bit Raspberry Pi OS and our SD card, it walks us right into the system configuration. Here, we assign our host name, set our username and password, and type in our Wi-Fi credentials. Under the Services tab, we toggle SSH on for command line access. More importantly, we can now pre-configure Pi Connect right from the Imager. This is a secure built-in remote access tool that lets you control your Pi from a web browser anywhere in the world. No port forwarding required. Hit write, let it finish, and then slide the SD card into the Pi. For those of you analyzing this from an engineering perspective, the Raspberry Pi 4 circuit board packs a 6-layer design, up from 4 layers in older models. That's 50% more complexity. Using HDI tech with laser drilled vias to cram in blazing fast USB 3.0 dual 4K displays, and enough power to run things like Android or local AI models like DeepSeek R1 right here at home. Designing a board this dense, managing high-speed display signals, RF antennas, and complex power paths requires professional standards. When you're designing boards of this complexity, you need an ECAD tool that manages the entire life cycle of the project. In a professional workflow today, we rely on capabilities like version control to track every design iteration and design reuse to speed up the development of complex motor drivers. We need a real-time collaboration so mechanical and electrical engineers can work on the same chassis simultaneously, and rule-driven checks to ensure the board is electrically sound before it ever goes to fabrication. If you're a student or an aspiring engineer watching this, you don't have to wait to get into the industry to learn these standards. I highly recommend checking out Altium Student Labs. It's an incredible resource where you can enroll for free to master these professional outcomes like DFM checks and supply chain risk visibility. These are the skills that separate a hobbyist from a professional innovator. You can find the link to enroll in Altium Student Labs for free in the description below. Before we go headless, I want to show you exactly what Imager 2.0 just did. I've connected a monitor, keyboard, and mouse to the Pi. Let's power it on. Notice what didn't happen? There was no setup screen asking for our time zone, no keyboard layout prompts, no asking for a Wi Fi password. Because we used the Imager 2.0 wizard, it booted straight to a fully functional network connected state on the very first boot. It's completely ready to go. Now that we know it works, let's disconnect the monitor, keyboard, and mouse. We don't need them anymore. Over on my Mac, I just open the terminal, type my SSH command, and we are instantly logged in over the network. And because we enabled Pay Connect during the flash, I can go to connect.raspberrypi.com in my browser, sign in, and instantly get remote desktop or terminal access to my Pi from anywhere, even if I'm not on the same Wi Fi network. So, why did we need this fresh, headless setup today? Next week on Electronics Innovation, we are turning this exact Raspberry Pi into an autonomous, always on AI hardware gateway using an open source tool called OpenClaw. We are going to hook it up to the Anthropic API, connect it to Telegram, and actually have the AI autonomously write code to control the Pi's GPIO pins. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss that hardware demo. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.